Welcome into another edition of our Wildcat Weekly, our first 2025 Wildcat Weekly, and I'm super excited to be joined by Ben Johnson, the head coach of the Northern Michigan men's and women's golf team. Thank you, Ben, for coming in this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
So you're in the midst of your first season as head coach at Northern Michigan. Talk to me just about how things have been going for you.
It's been great so far. I was the assistant coach last year under Eric Johnson, a good friend of mine that I grew up golfing with. But now taking over as head coach, there's more responsibility, but it's been an awesome ride so far. I'm lucky that I have a great team, and I just got an assistant to help me out for the rest of the season. So kind of lighten up the workload, but it's good. It's been going very smooth, and I've been really enjoying it.
In the sport of golf, it's much more individual based. I know you have experience as a hockey coach as well, but you're really working one-on-one with a lot of these players with different skill sets and things like that. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, golf is such a unique game in the sense that it's so individually based, and at the college level we're playing as a team, but there's so much to do with just a one-on-one. Not to mention that we have both men's and women's. So what I like to do as a coach is just kind of break it down as simple as I can for each individual athlete, just to make it more of a welcoming environment, so they feel more comfortable, so they feel like that they can perform the best that they can, and if they can perform best for them, then it works out for our whole team. So if you have a good score in a tournament, then it'll help translate to our team, so it's good.
I know you're getting prepped for your spring portion of your schedule, but can you tell me how your fall section of your schedule went?
Yeah, it went really well. We had some freshmen that stepped up this year. Levi Penela on our men's team, who's been just awesome. We have another couple girls on our women's team that are Maggie Petola, Maddie Martins. They've come in and just they fit in perfectly, and they're doing all the right things. It's helping put our program in the right direction and kind of the direction I see the program going, which is really awesome. It's been super fun, and I'm super thankful so far.
You have strong ties to the program. You went to Northern Michigan. You spent 4 years a part of the men's golf team, and I know this is an opportunity that you're very grateful for and things like that. But did you ever see yourself in this position as head coach years ago when you were part of the Wildcat program?
No, honestly, I had a couple coaches myself when I was on the team. I had Dean Ellis, who was kind of a legend at Northern for coaching, and then I had Kyle Wittenbach, who also was just the starting block for getting the golf simulator, getting the women's program. So I had some good coaches. To see myself in this role, I never thought it would happen, but things kind of just lined up perfectly with my job over at the golf course to make it work out. And at first I was hesitant, but I couldn't be happier now. This has been an absolute blast, and like you said, I'm very grateful for it.
So March 5th and 6th, you get your spring schedule started with a trip to Wesley Chapel, Florida at the Saddlebrook Golf Resorts. Can you tell me a little bit about what you know about that course, what makes it unique, what are some of the certain challenges your golfers are going to face down there?
Yeah, so actually a couple of our golfers have played there before. This is a tournament that's happened in the past that Northern has been to. I haven't been down there. I know it's a little north in Tampa. I know it's a very difficult golf course, but I'm looking forward to getting down there, and it's going to be kind of interesting because, as you know, it's winter up here, so we don't get an opportunity to do a full practice. We're lucky enough that we have the dome to practice. We have our simulator that we can practice in as well, but we go right down into it, and it's just kind of like, boom, spring season's here. So we're going down to Florida. We're going to have a couple of days to practice just before our tournament, but like I said, boom, it's here. We're going to be in that tournament, and then from there we go down to Ohio, Kentucky, down south obviously, and being so far north, we have to go further south to get that warm weather. But once it's here, we're going to be ready to go. We've been practicing quite a bit, so we're looking forward to it.
You mentioned a little bit about some of the golfers that performed well during the fall, but you have 6 golfers entering their last semester and last semester on the team.
Yep.
Can you talk about that group a little bit and just what they have meant to the program as a whole?
Yeah, they've meant a lot. I can only speak so much because I've been here such a short amount of time. And I know in the past some of these athletes have had multiple coaches. So for them to finally have someone here for a couple of years, I think they were grateful for. But they've been just very positive to the program. They've kind of paved the way for our younger athletes moving forward. They're going to be very, very much missed by me because they've been helping me kind of find my way as a head coach as well. But they've meant a lot, and I've been very grateful for them.
All right, Ben, well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck coming up in March down in Florida and beyond. Wishing you all the success this upcoming season.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.